All right. It's 6:33. Looks like it's gonna be just the two of us, at least for the live segment, unless someone else decides to join. And queue up my watch. If you want to queue up yours, totally up to you. But for those of you that are watching the recording and want to start, I'll count us down from three, two, and one. All right, we're going to use the ocean as a metaphor because Megan's in Cozumel and, it's an island city, I guess, not really a country. It's part of a bigger country there. So let's sit up nice and tall. Let's plug the crown of our heads in towards our ceiling. Let's take 3 centering breaths. So let's breathe in. And as you breathe out here, feel free to close your eyes if you want. We're going to have a nice long breath. Controls. And then when you breathe in for the second time, stretch up even higher. And when you breathe out, let your shoulders relax. Become even more planted into your mat. And our last breath together here, really fill your lungs, feel your chest expand. On this third out breath together, become even more connected into the earth. You can resume a normal breathing pattern. As we continue into our ocean metaphor, for each breath you take, imagine that you're the water coming in towards the land. And when you continue to breathe out, pretend like the water is going back towards the ocean. Just think about that sound. You can imagine yourself standing right on the water's edge. On that in-breath, the water is coming in, surrounding your feet. When we breathe out, it's the water leaving you. Maybe the sand is slowly eroding around your feet. Let's imagine ourselves with the sun warming our skin. Maybe you can hear other beachgoers around you. Continuing to hear the water crash onto the sand. We're becoming even more relaxed now. And take a moment now to see where your breath feels the strongest for you, whether that's at your nostrils, maybe it's where the air exits your lips. It can even be your chest or your belly. Really pay attention to that focal point. Just continue to breathe. Right, you can pay attention to that beach metaphor, whether you're just sitting on the sand or you're still standing on the water's edge. You can also just come back to land. We continue to pay attention to our touch points on your mat. either your bottom or your feet. You can pay attention to where your hands rest on your knees. As we continue to come back to our practice. So let's take one last deep breath together. So let's breathe in through our nose. And let's hold it. You hear the singing bowl being played. You can breathe out and open your eyes. All right. Let me take off my sweatshirt. It's getting a little toasty. All right. So let's get into a cross-legged position. So let's do a spinal stretch. So let's reach up with our hands. And I'm going to start my left side today. So let's plant that left palm on the mat. And then reach up towards the left corner of the room with our right arm. Feeling that stretch in our right side. Remember to keep both sit bones on the mat. Don't let that right one come off the mat. And as you breathe out here, let's reach that left arm back up to the top and let the right palm drop down. And if you can come down onto your forearm and your elbow, great. If you're up here, that's also good. Just play with that arm that's on the floor. See how much of a stretch you can get. And then let's breathe out and bring that right arm back up to the top. And lower our hands down to heart center. And then we're going to get a seated spinal stretch. So place that right hand on the left knee. And place the left palm on the floor behind you and just turn counterclockwise. Feel that spine twist. Turn your chin in towards that left shoulder. See how far back behind you can look. Give me one last push here. And let's come back to neutral. And let's get the right side. So left hand is on the right knee, right palm is on the floor. You just exhale and push, twist. I'm going to take one last deep breath together. And as you exhale, give me one last push. Really turn that neck or that chin into the shoulder. Come back to neutral. Ooh. And then we'll get our inner thighs. So let's come to the butterfly. So get the soles of the feet together in front of you. And pull your heels in as close as you can. And just lean forward. Let the knees drop down to the mat. Pulling your navel in towards your toes or in towards your heels. Then as you exhale here, round out your back and reach your fingertips forward, letting the knees drop down even further, feeling those inner thighs loosen up. Okay, let's pull our knees in. All right, let's get our neck. So let's sit on our right hand, on our right side. Reach over our head and pull your neck towards your left shoulder. letting the right shoulder get pulled by the hand that's being sat on. Then just rotate your head back and forth, finding whatever tight spot you have. All right, let's get off the right side and let's switch sides. So sitting on the left hand, pulling the head over towards the right. And with every pose that we hold, continue to breathe. All right, let's let go of our heads. We're going to stand up. Let's get our hamstrings. Ugh. A nice wide stance, toes facing forward. Let's reach our arms up into the air and then swan dive forward, keeping those legs as straight as you can. Let's fold our arms and rest our forehead right on our forearms. And we're just going to rock side to side if that's comfortable for you. I know this is the first hamstring stretch of the morning or afternoon, whatever part of your day you're in. All right. Then let's plant the left palm right on the floor in front of your face. Let's rotate that right arm up into the air and then turn your chin up towards the ceiling as well. And if you want, you're going to take that hand that's up in the air and turn your chin even more. Okay, really push the floor away or that palm that's on the floor, maybe your fingertips. And then let's rotate that right arm down. Let's switch palms so that right palm is on the floor, left palm is, or left fingertips are reaching up towards the ceiling. All right, let's bring that left arm down. We're gonna clasp our fingertips behind our lower backs. If that's enough of a stretch for you, stay there. If not, reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling or towards the front of the room. Letting the head drop down as far as you can. Really feeling those shoulders. All right. And then let the hands and arms drop back down. Slowly roll up. Take your time. Maybe there's a cat in front of you, whatever. Still coming up. Ooh. All right, bring the legs together. And that's a lot of hamstring stuff. Let's get another neck stretch. So let's chicken wing. Grab the left wrist behind you. Let the head drop down to your right or to the chicken wing side. It's always towards the chicken wing side. And then slowly rotate your head back, look up. And then rotate your head forward, look down. I think I slept on my neck. Whoa. Hello, cat. All right, bring your head back to neutral, and let's chicken wing on the other side. Dropping our head down towards the left. And since we looked up to start on the other side, let's rotate our heads forward and look down to start. I like to change the order. Supposedly it helps prevent, not dementia, what's the other one? All right, turn your head back and look up. Maybe it's happening to me. I can't remember the name of it. All right, and then back to neutral, back to center. And let's do a standing side stretch. So bring your feet and legs together, slightly apart, however much balance you want to add. And then bring the arms up. Give me a nice reach here before we start. We'll extend that spine and then drop your left arm to your left side. Ooh. Sliding that left hand down your left side as you reach with that right arm. Okay. If you notice there's a kink in that elbow, straighten up that forearm. Continue to reach. Feeling that stretch start from your hip, come up all the way up your side to your fingertips. And then as you exhale, bring that left arm up to the top and let the right arm come down your right side, kicking out your left hip. Okay, same thing. Reaching with that left arm, turning the chin in towards the elbow. And just letting that left side, left hip stretch out. Maybe wiggle your fingers, it's up in the air a little bit. Play around with it. And then let's bring that right arm back up to center. And let's bring our hands down to heart center. Very nice. All right, let's get another hamstring one. So I'm going to start on my right side. So my right leg is out in front, right toes are facing forward. My heels are in line. The arms are back up top. And then let's swan dive over that straight front leg. Remember to square up your hips, driving the left hip towards the front ankle. Supporting yourself with your hands, whether that's on your knees or on your shin. Okay, if you have a yoga block here, that can help too. Gives you a little more control in how you twist, while allowing you not have to reach all the way down. Maybe I can use this cat. Okay, give me one last pull there, and then bend the front knee, and then come on up and switch legs. Okay, so that left leg is out in front, the left toes are facing forward. Keeping that front leg straight, bring the arms up top, and let's swan dive down over that straight front leg. Okay, let's keep that front leg straight, drive that right hip towards the front ankle. And with each out breath, relax the upper body. See if you can lower it even more. Remember, we always want those long, controlled out breaths. And then bend the front knee and then come on up. And then let's do one we haven't done in 3 weeks or so. We're going to do, not Shavasana. Doesn't matter. I forgot the name of it. But stand with a medium stance, toes facing out. Okay, I like to start with my hands at heart center. We're going to lower ourselves down towards the earth. Okay, go down as far as you can, wherever that is for you. If you want, you can even use your elbows and press your knees. Or your hands, whatever is comfortable, whatever support you need. No wrong answer. It is not the SATs. Okay, take one more breath here. No matter which position you're at, you can put your hands on your knees, your legs to support yourself as you come on up. Ooh, hello. Hello, legs. All right, so come towards the front of your mat. Feet and legs together. We're gonna start our moving options. We're gonna do 2 practice swan dives as always, just to warm up. So let's bring the arms up top. And then let's swan dive down, reaching for the ground, reaching for your toes as far as you can. And then coming up to flat back, resting your hands on your shins or your knees. And then exhale down. We're going to reverse swan dive until our hands are at the top. That's 1. And then swan dive back down, getting a little bit further down into that stretch. And then up to flat back. And then exhale, round at your back and reverse swan dive. Okay, we should feel good now. And then let's begin. Swan dive down, reaching even further than the first 2. And then up to flat back. And as you exhale here, plant both palms on your mat and step or jump back to plank. And then let's chaturanga down into our first upward dog of the day. Remember, an upward dog, you want to get the neck and head out of that turtle shell, really push the floor away. And then come back to plank, add in an optional push up here as you work your way in towards downward dog. And as always, in our first downward dog of the day, let's get our calves. So bend the left knee and drive the right heel down. We're going to spread those fingers up top. Those palms and arms are nice and strong. And then switch legs, bending the right, pushing the left heel down. And switch sides, back to the right. Okay, that right calf should feel a nice little pinch. And then back to the left one more time. All right. And then straighten both legs, and then we'll get into our crescent pose. So bring the feet and legs together behind you. And let's start with our left side. So float the left heel or left leg up into the air as high as you can. And then swing it on through. And bring the arms and torso up for crescent pose on the left. Making sure that front knee is tracking over the front ankle. Then you're driving that back heel down towards your mat. You might even feel that in your right hip a little or a lot. All right. And as you breathe out, just bring your hands to your heart center, namaste. And let's get into prayer twist on the left. Driving the right elbow in towards the left knee. That left elbow is pointing towards the ceiling, and you're just stacking, pressing your hands together. Take one last breath here. And as you exhale, bring the arms and torso back up top. Let's bring everything back down. So exhale. So your palms are touching your mat. Bring that left leg back to plank. Let's chaturanga down to our upward dog. Back to plank. Add in that push up here into your downward dog. And let's repeat that on the right. So feet and legs together. Let's float the right heel up into the air. And then swing it forward, plant it in front of you. And then coming up into crescent pose on the right. Beginning to settle in. Feel that left hip driving that left heel down the mat. And bring your hands to namaste and then transition prayer twist on the right. Okay, same thing, stacking the hands, just pressing them gently together. That left elbow is coming into the right knee. Right. Gently exit as you bring the hands up top. And then exhale, the arms and torso back down, plant both palms. That right leg comes back to plank, and then we're gonna chaturanga down to our upward dog. Back to plank, add in a push-up if you so choose, and into downward dog. And from here, we're gonna do our warrior sequence. So we're gonna build on the crescent pose, feet and legs together. Let's bring the left heel up into the air, but this time we're gonna touch our knee as close as we can to our nose. And then bring the left leg back up, if you can. And then one more time toward our knee. And then back into the air. And on this third one, plant your left foot in front of you. Back heel comes down, arms come up for warrior one. And arms front and back for warrior two. For my regulars, I just changed the sequence because, variety. All right, and then from here, dip back into reverse warrior, resting the right palm on the back leg. Left fingertips are reaching behind us. And then back to warrior two. And let's do triangle pose. So let's first start by straightening that front leg. And then reaching forward with our front left fingertips. And then drop our left hand down to the mat. Right hand is reaching up towards the ceiling. And then turn the chin up towards the ceiling. Okay, either rest your left hand on your shin if that's where it's comfortable for you. Maybe come down to the mat. Doesn't really matter. And as you breathe out, come on up into warrior two. And then bend that front knee. Get that front knee over the front ankle. And let's dip back into reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. And let's swing that right arm forward and up for warrior one. And as you bring your arms and torso back down, that back heel comes up, plant both palms. Left leg comes back. Let's chaturanga down into upward dog. Back to plank. Give me that push up into our downward dog. And from here, bring the feet and legs together and let's get the right side. So right heel's up in the air. And remember, we're going to bring knee to nose or as close as we can. And then back up into the air. And let's go knee to nose for number two. And then back up into the air. And then swing that right leg forward and plant it. And come into warrior one to the right. And then arms front and back for warrior two. And let's dip back into reverse warrior, reaching as far back behind us as we can with that right arm. Back to warrior two. And remember, we're going to transition into a triangle pose. So straighten up the front leg and begin to reach forward with those right fingertips. And then bring the right arm, right hand down. Left fingertips up in the air. Just breathe as we hold this pose. Cool, cool, cool. Let's come back up into warrior two and then bend that front knee, get low into it. And then dip back into reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. And swing that left arm forward and up for warrior one. As you bring the arms and torso down, that back heel comes up. Let's plant both palms. Right leg comes back and chaturanga down to our upward dog. Okay, back to plank. Give me one more push up into our last downward dog of the day. And on 3, we're going to step or jump our feet in towards our hands and come directly into chair pose. All right, so 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to step my feet there. My feet and legs come together. My bottom comes down. My arms come up. And imagine a straight line from your bottom through your torso all the way to your fingertips. And we're just going to hold this for a couple moments, a couple breaths. And we're staying strong. And slowly straighten up your body, keeping your arms up in the air. Get onto those toes, off to the heels. Maybe look at something stationary in the room. All right, and then lower the heels down. Let's bring our hands to namaste and let's do twisting chair pose on the right. Woo. And if you notice your bottom is up in the air, see if you can bend those knees a little bit more. Lower yourself down. Really feel it here. One more breath in. And as you breathe out, come back to center. Then slowly straighten yourself up, getting onto the toes. Feeling your calves. Okay, give me one more reach with those arms. Pretend like you're trying to touch the ceiling. And as you breathe out, lower the heels down. Hands come back to namaste. And then we're going to do twisting chair pose on the left. We'll even ourselves out. And we're stacking the hands. Right elbow is pressing into the left knee. And we're just hanging out. It's a piece of cake. Come back to center. And back up top. Get onto the toes. Off of the heels. Reach, 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 reach. Okay. Remember that when you're climbing in front of someone or you're pulling someone on the bike, they're really only looking at your calves. You need to get those muscles nice and toned. That's how you scare the people behind you. It's either that or farting, but I don't think people like the latter. Pro tip, don't feed Joseph dairy before you ride. All right, and then bring the heels back down, the hands come back to center. We're going to take a quick water break, like 45 seconds. A little coffee left. I think the cat wants out. Let me let the cat out. Want out? Yeah, you do. Get out of here. Goodbye, friend. Oh, another cat joined me. Come on, guys. I only got another 15 seconds. What do you want to do? Oh, oh, oh. Come on. You can. It's up to you. All right. That's enough of that. Max almost wanted to say hi. He saw Megan on the computer and was like, nope, don't need that. All right, let's do tree. I'm going to start on my left side. So let's get 98% of our weight in our left leg and bring in our heel onto our right heel onto the left leg wherever's comfortable for you. Okay, you can add the arms up top or keep it at heart center, wherever you can find your own center. Just think about your favorite fruit tree. I think this week I'm going to be a nice Honeycrisp apple tree. Best apple out there. All right, my beautiful orchard. Let's slowly exit. We're gonna plant the right foot and then shake out the left ankle as needed. If not, let's get 98% of our weight on that right leg, right foot. We're gonna bring in our left foot somewhere on our right leg. Whew. We continue to breathe. Whew. All righty here. Let's bring the left leg out and shake out the right ankle. And then we're gonna have a seat. Ooh. Break this cat litter off my mat. Got it all over. All right. We're gonna get in a table. So let's plant the soles of our feet and the palms of our hands down firmly on the mat and press ourselves up. All right. Pretend you're trying to drive your pelvis up towards the ceiling. The head drops back. This one always surprisingly gets my shoulders down to my biceps. Okay, give me one last push. I can feel it in my glutes here, holding myself up. And then as you breathe out, lower yourselves gently down and then lie down onto your back as we come to bridge. So as you roll onto your shoulders, you can either clasp your hands underneath you, maybe even support yourself with your hands on the floor. Just push your pelvis up towards the ceiling with both legs. Okay, this would definitely works the glutes and the hamstrings, and somehow my lower back too. So simple, yet so much going on. And as you breathe out, lower yourself back down, nice and controlled. Oof. All right, relax the lower half of your body for a moment. And then we're going to thread the needle. So keep the right foot down on the mat. That left ankle comes onto the right knee. And then reach forward and grab your right leg, either your hamstring or your calf or your shin, not calf. And as always, we're going to do 3 breaths here. And with each out breath, I want you to relax, really breathe into the left glute. So we're going to breathe in through the nose, out to the mouth. Starting to feel nice and happy now. Let's breathe in and relax. All right, this last one, let's really make it count. Let's breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Woo. Heck yeah, let's release the right side. We're gonna plant the left foot down, right ankle comes up. We're grabbing our left leg. I forgot to mention on the other side, you want to flex the feet so your feet are 90 degrees from your shins. And then as we gently pull, We're gonna start our 3 breaths. So let's breathe in and let it go. That's 1. Let's get our 2nd breath. So let's breathe into the nose and out to the mouth. Last time here. Let's breathe in and release. Hello. All right, gently let go of the left leg. We're gonna stay on our backs for happy baby. So both legs are up in the air. We're gonna grab the outside parts of our feet, pulling our knees in towards our underarms. And really pull on those feet here, engaging the inner thighs. And once you're in position, just rock side to side, massage that spine against your mat. Hopefully your mat is nice and cushy. Yeah, we're not trying to break ourselves here. Okay, and stop rocking side to side. Give me one last pull. Really get those inner thighs. And we're staying our backs as we release our legs down to the mat. We're going to hug our right knee in towards our chest. We're going to get more spine work or spinal work. And then grab the outside part of the right knee with the left hand. Let's pull our right knee over towards the left side of our body, extending out our right arm, looking towards our right. Okay, the goal here is try to get the knee to touch down onto the ground while letting the outstretched hand also touch the ground. As always, as you exhale, begin to relax, trying to touch the ground with those 2 touch points. Yeah, give me one last exhale on your own. And then bring the right leg back to center. And let's pull in the left knee. Doing that little stretch, getting a little more for that inner thigh. All right, grabbing the outside part of the left knee. The left knee comes over our body. Left arm is outstretched. Then turning the chin towards the left as well. Getting a little bit for our necks. And we're going to bring that ocean metaphor back, just like the waves. Your breath wants to go back and forth, relaxing as you exhale. Very nice. Let's bring the left leg back. Oof. All right, we're going to sit on up. We're going to do one more for our spine. We're going to do cat-cow. So let's roll our mats up, maybe 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, the hands and the knees are shoulder width apart. And let's inhale, bring our head up. Our bottoms are up and our chest is down. Really push into the floor. Then breathe out, rounding out the back. Okay, let's inhale, head up. And if your toes are tucked, I want you to untuck those toes, those feet. And exhale, rounding out the back. Okay, inhale, head up. This is number 3. Exhale, head down, we're gonna push into the floor. Really break out of those shoulders. Okay. Inhale, head up. Okay, try to reach that belly down as low as you can towards the floor, that chest. Okay, and then breathe out, rounding up the back. All right, let's do our last cycle here. So breathe in. And then exhale, rounding out our backs for our last cycle. And then come in a neutral spine. Let's get off our mat. If we raveled it up, let's unravel it. And we're going to do pigeon. So come into a plank or push-up position. I'm going to start by bringing my right foot and plant it behind my left wrist, dropping both knees down. So my right shin is 90 degrees from the rest of my body. Untucking the back toes. Either keeping your palms on the mat as you rock back and forth to settle in, feeling that stretch. And as you continue to work yourself down, either drop one elbow down to the mat at a time, or even bring everything down low. And we're just going to hang out here for 30 seconds or so. Continue to breathe, rocking back and forth. Settle in, get as low as you can, wherever you are. Remember, there's no wrong answer here. Just do what works best for your own body. Okay, no matter where you were, let's plant both palms and come on up. We're going to keep that right palm on the mat as we reach back with our left arm, left hand. Let's pull in the left heel. Okay, feel that quad. Maybe one last pull here. And then gently release the left leg. We're going to come back into plank. And then bring the left foot forward as we drop both knees down. Untuck the back toes, and same thing. Begin to rock back and forth. Lowering ourselves as needed. All right, take one last breath in. And as you exhale, bring your head and torso up, planting both palms. That left palm stays there. That right arm reaches back as far as you can, pulling in the right heel, engaging the right quad. And just like the other side, give me one last tug here. Really get as much as you can out of that right quad. And then we'll release, get off that front leg. We're going to do some hamstring work. Ooh. So I'm going to start with my right side. So my right leg is out in front. Left heel is in towards my soft tissue. I'm going to flex the right foot. Then reach for your toes. With your shins, wherever you are. I'm gonna do the bonus side stretch because we all know I love that. For those of you that don't know, if you can touch your toes or reach for your toes, I want you to bring the left arm and grab the outside part of your right foot. All right. And then release. Let's switch legs. Ooh, ow. All right, so left leg is out in front, right heel is in towards my soft tissue. I'm reaching for those left toes. I'll grab the outside part of my left foot with my right hand. Whew. All right, pull yourself in wherever you are. Last breath. Really feeling the left hamstring. And let's release. All right, now stretch both legs out together. We did each leg individually. We're going to do both legs together. You might not be as flexible here, but that's okay. Okay, and then just exhale, reaching. I realize this block is a little bit longer than my other block. It is not very fun. But anyhow, even though it's not very fun, I'm trying to make it fun, turn it into a game. We all like winning. Let's see if you can win that stretching game. All right, I think it's the last major stretch of the day. So let's take our last breath in. As you exhale, give me one last reach. Really feel both hamstrings, both legs. All right. Cool. We're gonna get in a child's pose. So let's start by sitting on our heels for a moment. Knees are as wide as our mat. Enjoying that little moment. Then as you breathe out, reach the arms forward in front of you. Give me a nice active child's pose. Pressing your forearms into your mat. Feeling those shoulder blades engage. And then reach the right arm out to the right and stack our left hand over the right hand. We're going to get that extra side stretch for our left side. And then back to center. Remember, this is an active child's pose. So let's press the forearms down. And then that left arm goes out to the left. We're going to stack the right hand over. And we continue to reach with the right side. Feeling our right lat engage. Okay, come back to center. And then from here, I want everyone to come onto your knees. We're going to do an elevated child's pose. Your bottom's up in the air, but you're still pressing the forearms down. Good. Now extend forward as you rotate onto your back for corpse pose. All right. Arguably one of the hardest poses of the day is I want you to lie as still as you possibly can. You can close your eyes. Let your arms lie down on your sides. Let your feet drop down. I want you to do a body check. Scan yourself from head to toe. See if you have any tight spots this morning. Hopefully it's a little bit looser now. We're gonna go for 90 seconds today. Nice long one. And I won't say a thing starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Now it seemed like a long time. That was about 90 seconds. You can keep your eyes closed as you reach your arms overhead. Point your toes beneath you. Give me a nice morning stretch. And roll onto one side and rest your head right on your hands. We're all going to take a moment for ourselves. Don't pass out. I know it feels good. And using whatever arm is on the top, plant that palm down on your mat. Lead with your shoulder. Push yourself up. We return to lotus position. All right. Returning from where we started from. Sitting up nice and tall. You can close your eyes if you'd like. Let's give me 3 nice long audible exhales. Let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out with some sound. Oh. Once again, let's breathe into the nose and breathe out with some sound. Oh. Last one, let's really make it count. Let's breathe in. And breathe out with some sound. Bring our hands to namaste. You can repeat after me if you like. May you have clear and kind intentions. Let's raise our hands to our foreheads. May you have clear and kind thoughts. Bring our hands to our lips. May you have clear and kind communications. And then back to our hearts. And as always, the light in me celebrates and honors the light in you. Namaste, my friends.